you and your opponent are the few women on this card. I mean, just being here in the media is a big deal. Have you felt, since you've been in the Bellator, you've had some really big fights. Do you feel like that push behind you from the company, like they really are supporting you? Do you feel like on social media you've become more well-known? Has life changed in a way that it's harder to walk down the street and just have a regular life? Is it different now for you?
I think it's not like a change of life, because I always feel a little bit like that. I like to break the stereotypes, and yes, to being a woman, one of the few in Colombia that practice this in this big league. It's really awesome. It's a big opportunity. It's a big. I feel really proud of being here doing this, and it's an example for the girls, for the other people that maybe think, that's too hard, it's so difficult to get that. It's something that you can work for it and get it.
Now I know I've talked to like fighters from Combate Americas and people there, and they've really been working on bringing on the South American market, Central market. MMA is becoming big there. How has things changed? I don't know if you live here, you still live in Colombia or not. Like, is it a big deal to go back home and be a representation not only of MMA but of women? Are there many female fighters in Colombia? Is MMA big in Colombia in general? Like,
not really. It's a young sport in Colombia, and a few years ago it's growing and growing, and right now we are like just two girls that do this at professional level in the big scenarios, and I think Bellator has opened my windows to the world, and now I was training in Italy, I was training in Colombia, I'm living in Mexico right now, and because life is like that, I don't know, but one thing it's taking me to the other one, and I feel this is awesome. It's I choose the fighter life because it makes me feel free to go to do what I love, and I feel it's awesome.
Now, of course, you get into the sport because you want to have a career, you love sports, fighting, stuff like that. But now that you've become a bigger name, do you sense like you have become like a representative of Colombian MMA, of Latin American MMA? Do you feel like a responsibility now? Like people look at you like a Colombian fighter, like you are the face of Colombian MMA in a way, and in Latin America. Do you feel that?
For sure, not just Colombian, but Latin American MMA, and I feel like yes, it's a responsibility, but also I feel really proud to represent my people, to represent all Latino American people that it's working every day really hard to show that we have a really good work. We're doing a good work, and that is that I want to show in my next fight and all of my fights.
Now, speaking of your next fight, you lost 2 in a row. Now, to 2 of the best fights. You lost to the champion and the person that's probably going to fight for the championship. But do you feel a pressure going in? You don't want to get a third loss. Do you feel a pressure in this fight different than other fights?
I should say a little bit, yes, like logic, but I feel that, what you say, it was a world title fight, and the second one, I feel that it was one of the most harder fighters that I have faced, and I think I learned a lot, and I'm not anymore like worried about who. I think I have faced the higher things in the category, so I feel prepared for everything right now, and I feel relaxed. I feel great, happy, and I think I have the opportunity to fresh beginning to start my career in a good way right now.
Now, talking about you fought the highest level of fighters. Turner is her record is not overly impressive, but do you feel like her win against Heather Hardy, which was very impressive, do you think she's kind of maybe her record may fool people that she's a tougher fighter fighter than her record may show? Is she a difficult test like those really good fighters you fought?
For sure. People talks without knowing, and I know every fighter is dangerous, and you can't be too confident, and every fight it's an opportunity. You can't talk a lot. You just go and show what you have.
Now this fight's at 135. Why the switch to 135? Is it just were the weight cuts to fly away really difficult? You don't want to do those weight cuts anymore, and especially Bellator doesn't have like a 135 roster of a lot of fighters. What made you still want to make that move?
Yes, actually that wasn't for me. I was prepared for doing my weight cut, but the commission doesn't allow us to do it because she had lost a lot of weight, and they say that it was better don't do it that way, and we occurred to get that 135. I think it's great. Actually, I feel very strong, and I feel that it's still a great opportunity. But for the future, I expect to keep doing 125. I like that weight.
Yeah. Now another story, like in the sport in general, has been Christian Cyborg and like leaving the UFC. I don't know how much of an influence was she in your career, but what do you think of that whole situation, her leaving the UFC and how it went down? And do you kind of hope, if she was someone you looked up to, that she ends up in Bellator so you can maybe compete on a card with her, since she's a legendary female fighter?
Yeah, for sure. I'm open to the possibilities in general. Also, when I see other fighter in my weight class, I always consider her a pro opponent, and also to get that opportunity to share cards with so big names. It's great.